Contacts with Synergy acts as a kind of hub for all types of communication. And the power of that hub is accessible to all our applications, and of course, all third-party applications as well. Now, let me show you Synergy in messaging. If I back out from my conversation with Kathleen here, I can see my buddy list. And by now, I bet you can guess what's special about this buddy list. Just like contacts, calendar, and email, it's all my instant messaging accounts in one list. I've got my Gtalk buddies here, I've got my aimbots here at the top, with their status messages, their icons, everything I expect from the desktop. But Synergy doesn't end there. We took the great threaded SMS experience that we introduced on the Trio, and we've combined it with instant messaging to give you one chat, one messaging app for all your conversations. If I switch to my conversations view here, I can see in chronological order IM conversations and text messaging conversations in one place. But we had to go even further than that, because you're trying to have a conversation with a person, not with an IM address or with a telephone number. And sometimes people leave their phone at their desk charging, or close their laptop to go between meetings. So if I want to respond to Kate here, I don't want to start a new conversation over SMS. Just like I did in calendar and email, I can tap on the header, choose another contact method aggregated through Synergy, and now send her a text message. Just like that, I continue a conversation that started in IM over SMS. This allows me to focus on the person, not on the technology or even worrying about how to reach them. So, that's Synergy in messaging, in email, in calendar, and in contact. Since we're here in the Venetian, everybody says I should go see the Blue Man Group. I could swipe open the launcher and start flicking through my applications to try to find that icon. But I'm going to let the keyboard do the work for me. I'm going to just start typing Blue Man Group. I type the letters BL, and the launcher slides up automatically. You can see it found an application that matched BL, the Bluetooth control panel, and it also started searching my contacts. It found Amy and Michael. If I keep typing, type the letter U for blue, you can see here Michael expanded open, and all the ways to reach Michael are now instantly available to me, just by typing. And that's what we mean when we say Cree seems like it's thinking for you. It's not about making guesses about what you might do, because we all know how frustrating that is when the computer gets that wrong. It's about intelligently presenting all the appropriate options, wherever and whenever you're doing it. If I keep typing Blue Man Group, you can see that Find drawer at the top opened up, because WebOS didn't find any matches on the device. So now it's giving me options to search off the device, on the web, Google, Maps, Wikipedia. If I want to do a web search for Blue Man Group, I just tap Google, and the web browser will open up in its own card with my search results right there. Really easy for you to zoom right back out, get context, focus on something. Yeah, order online. It's definitely what I want to do. But of course, there's more to browsing the web than just rendering the web pages properly. There's so much we want to do on the web with the way we surf from one thing to another. You really need to kind of do more than one thing at a time. So we allow you to have as many web browser cards open as you want. If I want to open another card while I keep my Blue Man Group card open, I just tap like that, open a new card, and you'll notice it's not a blank card. Right here are all my favorite bookmarks with big, beautiful icons, probably the things I want to choose. And my URL bar, I can type in a straight-up URL or do one of those web searches I showed you a minute ago. Let's look at SFGate. And there we are. just like I expect from my desktop. Now, websites like this have a lot of text. And, sometimes sites with a lot of text are a little hard to read. Sometimes we want a wider view. So we use those sensors that John talked about earlier to automatically detect. Say if you turn the device sideways like this, the screen rotates automatically, and now even my dad could read this. Screen works just like you expect here with all the zoom and the scrolling, but because when you're reading a lot of text, there's some good articles on this. Now, when you're reading a lot of text, there's nothing quite as frustrating as having to keep touching the screen to keep reading it. So now that we're sideways, we use the gesture area to let you automatically, or to let you not automatically, but by your gestures, advance page by page without having to cover what you're reading. So I can just give it a flick, and you read to the next page. Your gestures aren't impeding your reading. Of course, if I want to go back to portrait mode, I just rotate the device back up, and we turn it back just like that. My favorite part about the web browser cards is that the rotation trick works here in the card view as well. So if I take this and I rotate this here, you can see all the cards rotate, which I think is just really cool. I rotate it back, and I just spin right back. Ever since I got here to Vegas, one of my coworkers, Andy, he's been trying to get a piece of me. And so it's inevitable that if I'm in the middle of doing something, I'm going to get interrupted. Say I'm working on my grocery list here. Yeah, there he is. Now, you can't do anything about your friends or their manners, but we can put them in their place, which is down here at the bottom of the screen. I can easily focus on what I'm doing. My application completely stays live. And then when I see something I do care about, because it's at the bottom of the screen, it's easy to tap on and act on. Tickets to Studio 54, you bet I'm in. Now the notifications work beautifully with the cards, because when I do choose to change focus, I don't have to go hunting for where I was before. I just go back to the cards and resume right where I was. These notifications work anytime WebOS needs to get your attention. IM, text messages, alarms, voicemails, anything. And any developer can use them. Now, if you miss something or you choose to ignore it, we store all those icons down there in the lower right corner, so they're easy for you to get to unobtrusively. I pop them open, and I get what we call a little dashboard here, where I can see all the information I need. At a glance, I can see the number of messages left, a little preview of what's going on. I can act on this, just dismiss the ones I really don't want to deal with, or tap on the ones I actually do care about. But the dashboard is more than just about messaging interruptions. It gives me a way to control everything that's on the device. So for example, say I'm listening to music. Let's actually listen to some music. And I'm doing something else as an email or whatever. You'll notice we created a notification for the music player as well. And I open that up and I get the dashboard entry for music. And it's cool, I can see who's playing it, the name of the track. I even get the album art, although it's not a very pretty album art. Even the most urgent applications happen down there at the bottom. So if I'm writing my list of stuff here, you can see the application itself resizes to use the available space. It stays completely live. I can finish my thought, and then when I'm ready, I can deal with the notification. Now this notification actually gives me some options to really deal with it. I can snooze it and dismiss it, but I can also reach out to the people participating in this event with just one touch and let them know maybe I'm going to be running a little late, or any other message I'd like to send them. So just like that.